Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not really sure what to say.
Iris, we only have 20 minutes. There are two things I need to ask you before we reconvene.
Alright, I'll help you any way I can.
First, about that night. You really didn't go to the inner temple, correct? The last witness claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini is lying.
Mr. Edgeworth, it's just as I said yesterday. Until the incident occurred, I was in my own room in Hazakura Temple.
Very well. The second thing, then. That night, the temple snowmobile was used in between the time Sister Bikini returned to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder. Sometime between 10:30 and 11 o'clock that night. Were you the one who used the snowmobile?
There's only one key for the snowmobile. The only person who could have used it was me.
So it was you? But why? What made you go out to Dusky Bridge?
I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, great, and we don't have time to unlock it, do we?
Iris.
I can't tell you about that yet.
Yet?
Not until her safety is confirmed.
Her?
The safety of the Acolyte.
The Acolyte, huh? She must be talking about Maya. Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise Doonim?
No matter who or what may come, I could never take a laugh.
As I thought, no psychologues. Very well. It's my job to get to the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough. Could one now reconvene? Miss Von Karma, where's the witness, eh?
During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in the gallery.
Suspicious behavior?
He was sketching something very intensely.
Did I ask what the witness was sketching and when he was detained?
He drew a terrifying woman on with a demonic face and a vicious whip.
I can only presume his intention was to capture you.
Anyway, it's time to drag this pathetic excuse for an artist before the court. Lawrence Dunin, I hope you are ready. Get in here.
It would seem the whip's going to see plenty more use today.
Ow! Your sketch is in contempt of the court.
Hey, I just artistically went, ow!
You tried to run away from the bailiff who was trying to hand you your subpoena, correct?
Look, I'm nothing but a fledgling artist training out in the mountains. I'm only down here in the city because I ran out of green paint. Or to use the technical term for the colour viridian.
Larry, this isn't an art store now, is it?
I know, I graduated junior high, okay? Look, art's all about working in the fields, isn't it?
Working in the fields? I presume he wanted to say field work, I hope.
That's it. Thanks, buddy.
It's kind of sad I was able to understand his mangled train wreck of a sentence.
I just happened to stop here and found a wonderful new model. See? I've got nothing to do with this trial at all. I expect all of your faces to be red when you realise this mistake. Bright red. Or to use a technical term, Crimson Lake. Ow! Ouch! Ouch!
Stop your pathetic blabbering and testify like a man!
Refrain from whipping me, Miss Von Karma. Cross-whipping's as bad as cross-checking. Witness, that was your fault. Testify now.
This is too much for me. I was at that lodge out in the mountains looking up at the stars at night. I walked to the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. The girl I was waiting for didn't show up. My teacher died on me. I'm all alone now. Aren't I, Edgy?
Witness, please refrain from talking directly to the lawyers during your testimony.
I'm just a nobody. Nothing but a small worthless man, aren't I? Why wasn't I asked for my name and occupation or anything else?
Miss Edgeworth, this man seems to have quite a severe inferiority complex. He has recently been the cause of numerous incidents. I think he finally realised for himself just how much of a nuisance he's been to other people.
Yeah, that's right. I'm behind everything, every case. Watch out, okay? Just touching me will make you eternally unhappy.
Well then, let's proceed with the cross-examination, with no touching, okay? We can delve into other details at a later time. Whatever's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? This one single statement is so full of contradictions, for a moment there I thought I was going to collapse.
So, witness, any ideas as to where these contradictions in your testimony lie? Depending on your answer, I may stay my VIP.
Okay, give me a minute. Well, it was snowing that night, so I couldn't possibly have seen the stars. The rundown shack is hardly a lodge, is it? And even if the stars could be seen, it isn't like I was there to look at them, right?
See, you can do it if you try.
Ow!
There's only one issue here. What you saw at Dusky Bridge.
A number of times? How many?
Maybe 5 times? I went once every 20 minutes.
Which means you spent almost 2 hours at Heavenly Hall that night?
You bet. Real love is about waiting with your heart in your hands.
Love, you see? It was this man's intention to summon the defendant to the small shack, using this blackmail letter. Blackmail?
No, it was simply a product of overflowing love. Ow!
You huffy puffy Lucicus discuss con Whimpering warning wuss of a fitness!
Gotta try and remember that. Could make a good title.
So, what did you see? I hope for your sake you saw a snowmobile. You huffy puffy loose excuse for a whimpering wuss of a witness, eh?
Well, you see...
Being called those names doesn't seem to bother him at all.
I didn't see a snowmobile.
Larry, you really didn't see it.
Hey, no need to hit your desk. I can hear you. I didn't see it. I didn't see a snowmobile.
Larry, say snowmobile for me, please.
Snowmobile?
If you truly have nothing to hide, why are you stammering like you flew over a cuckoo's nest?
Shut up! What's this? I don't know. Don't ask me.
Seems I'm just start from a more obvious contradiction. I'm going to strike the blow that will finally get him to spill the beans. You didn't meet anyone?
That's right, because I've got nothing to do with this. I'm just here to buy some Viridian paint, okay? I expect to see those Crimson Lake faces now.
It would appear simply pressing him isn't going to be enough, Mr. Edgeworth. Indeed. Seems he's going to claim to have nothing to do with this to the end. I don't want this guy to cost us any more time. I need to slice through his obvious contradiction and keep things moving along.
I mean, he definitely saw Phoenix that night, right?
Objection!
Yeah. Yeah, he tried to save him, didn't he?
Larry Butts, I can understand why you might want to throw your old life away. You're pretty pathetic and cause all sorts of trouble.
I'm sorry.
But having realised just how much of a nuisance you've been, that could be considered a step in the right direction.
Edgy, are you trying to console me?
It certainly doesn't sound that way to me. However, I cannot forgive you for simply turning away from the incident you create.
You're totally pinning this on me.
Now then, let's talk about the night of the murder. Sister Bikini, after seeing the murder take place, asked Phoenix Wright to report it. Thus he headed for the public phone by the bridge. There he happened to cross a certain nefarious individual. You, Larry Butts.
That's right, me in the flesh.
Listen carefully, witness. It doesn't matter if you change your name, so long as you remain petty pathetic, you will continue to cause these incidents. That reality will not change.
But what do you want me to do then?
Larry, what you need to change is your inner self. But for now, what you saw that night, testifying truthfully about this one issue, is all I need from you.
Edgy, I think I've finally woken up. Well, I guess I could still be sleeping. But anyway, I'll do it. I'll testify. Well, I'm not sure this will go especially well.
I'll ask again then, witness. What did you see the night of the murder?
I went to the shack around 9, so it would have been around 10:30 p.m. I was lying under my bedding when a white flash almost blinded me. I looked out the window and Dusty Bridge was on fire. There was still some thunder, but I went out right away to check it out. That's when I ran into Nick.
You certainly saw quite a lot, didn't you?
So what happened to the bridge after it caught fire?
It was like me after a 3-day stint of chasing a girl. Totally burnt out, almost totally gone. I mean, trying to cross the burning remains of what caused Nick to fall.
What did you say?
Oh, don't worry, it's nothing life-threatening. He just caught a cold.
I never know if that meant if he should be called lucky or unlucky.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth, please continue your cross-examination, eh?
Hold it!
What did you do out there in the cold for an hour and a half?
Well, if you really must know, I was busy being excited, I guess.
Excited? Dare I even ask?
I said the meeting time is 10 p.m., right? But I couldn't wait, and I thought she might come early, too.
Well, it appears she didn't come at all in the end.
Because they never arranged the meeting in the first place, did they?
Shut up! Don't go picking my fond memories apart. Anyway, I was getting a little worried. I thought maybe Iris had lost her way. So every 20 minutes or so I went out to the bridge. But I didn't see anything particularly suspicious. I didn't have anything else to do, so I went to the shack to wait for her.
Hold it!
This light was, of course...
Lightning! Like... kapow! Like a slap from Naomi, honestly, a big bada boom!
Or little like that.
Ah, that's more like a punch from Miranda.
Witness, did you actually see the lightning hit the bridge?
Well, I was a bit startled by the flash of light, so...
Hold it!
Seeing that, what did you do?
What do you think I did? I was burning up as well from the fire in my heart.
And that's why you went to take a look at the bridge?
Well, to be honest, it was freezing cold, so at first I thought, forget it, I'm not leaving my covers. But it had pretty much stopped snowing, so, I don't know, I changed my mind.
I'm not sure I care for the forget it attitude you had at first, Witness.
Hold it!
You said right away, but exactly how long after the strike was that?
The lightning fell and the bridge caught fire, maybe around 5 minutes. I mean, I suddenly thought, gotta go check this out.
How far is a small shack from where you were on the bridge?
Hold on, it had pretty much stopped snowing. I guess about a 5-minute walk.
And how did Dusky Bridge look when you got there?
Like I'd recovered a piece of my childhood. I mean, not even the bonfire kids can make during school camping trips can compare.
Well, should I press him for a little more info? So you suddenly thought to check out the bridge? Does this mean you initially had no intention of doing so?
Well, yeah, I guess it does. I was really cold, didn't really want to go out there.
If that's the case, why did you change your mind? I'd like to hear your reasoning. In which case, please give testimony to the effect, Witness.
My reasoning? Okay, reasoning is it. I thought I'd never get another chance to see something so big burning.
Hold it!
So you decided to go and see what was happening.
That's right, we're talking about a massive suspension bridge burning to high heaven. That's not something you see every day. A real like, really special?
I really trust the witness was unable to pronounce spectacle. Life seems to love hitting this poor witness below the belt.
Well, my model is hit life back as hard as I can. Ow!
I'll give you a few hits too if you like, with my whip.
He told me about the burning bridge yesterday, but there's still something that doesn't quite fit. It looks like, despite his change of heart, Larry still isn't telling us the whole truth.
Hold it!
Why didn't you call anyone?
Larry, let me ask you one more thing.
What is it, Edgy? What's with the serious face?
Why didn't you call anyone?
Huh? What do you mean?
Normally, when faced with a towering inferno, one would try to tell someone. There's a public phone right by Dusky Bridge, correct?
Well, of course, I thought of doing that.
So then let's hear why you didn't.
Yeah, okay, a reason. My reason isn't I didn't try to tell anyone, I just didn't have time to, okay? I arrived at the bridge and Nick showed up less than a minute later.
Hold it!
You claim to have arrived at the bridge at the same time as Wright?
Yeah. I thought I'd better tell someone about this, but then Nick came up yelling about murder. It told him I forget about the bridge. The fire was pretty much out by then anyway.
What's this feeling? I suddenly have a terrible case of unease.
It was after contacting the police of Phoenix Wright fell from the bridge, correct?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, more or less.
You told me about the burning bridge yesterday.
Not sure about this one. I don't know. I don't see the problem with any of what he said. What did the weather report say? Lightning from 10 to 11, so...
Hold it! Hold it! Objection!
Hmm. No, sorry, I'm stumped. Apparently it's this.
Objection!
Your very existence being a contradiction, I'm not sure if you can grasp this or not.
What the hey, Edgy? You don't have to make me sound like some sort of alien.
But your testimony is conclusively contradictory. The problem here is time.
I've never been the best timekeeper, you know.
Me neither, that's probably why I don't get it.
3 minutes after Billy leaves on foot, you'd follow him on your bicycle. How long does it take for you to catch up with him? Terrible at those.
This is much more simple. You saw the lightning strike Dusky Bridge, and immediately went to see what happened. Is this correct?
Oh, well, I waited about 5 minutes first, but more or less.
I have the weather data from the night of the murder here. According to this, the lightning fell at 10:45. You say it takes less than 5 minutes from the shack to Dusky Bridge? I mean, you probably got there at around 11 o'clock.
That all sounds about right, I guess. Then Nick showed up and did his falling act.
That's impossible.
What do you mean?
11 p.m. is when the murder occurred and has occurred at Temple.
Oh, okay.
Thus, Wright was still here in the courtyard. There's no way Larry could have encountered him at Dusky Bridge at that time.
Excuse me, I have an objection.
You do?
Edgy, how many times do I have to say this? I'm not Larry, I'm Larice. Ow!
It has not been proven that the murder occurred at 11 p.m. The sister only said around 11, in which case, it could have been earlier than that.
Watch your footing there, Miss Franziska von Karma. The slope ahead is slippery. But there is no way that Wright could have been at Dusky Bridge at 11 p.m.
And why not?
It's clearly written here in the weather data report. It took around 30 minutes for the bridge to burn out. Therefore, the bridge must have been burning until at least 11:15. Which means what exactly? Wright did not see the bridge while he was being consumed by the flames that night. In fact, he did not arrive on the scene until the flames had died down. Larry, you arrived at the bridge at 11, but Wright did not make it there until at least 11:15. I suggest you stop hiding things and tell us the whole truth. Now then, what happened during these missing 15 minutes?
I feel like I just got brutally woken up by toilet backsplash.
Ew. Oh, I fucking missed that.
Order up!
So there's a missing 15 minutes prior to meeting Phoenix, right? I hardly see that as much as a problem.
No, not much of a problem at all.
Really? The bridge is burning before your eyes and there is a phone right next to it. Why then did you not report the accident? Yes, witness, why didn't you? Were you there to simply watch the bridge burn? And therein lies the problem. For even after the bridge had burnt out, he was still there, staring into space. This witness didn't even attempt to fulfill his civic duty.
That's what it sounds like.
But this is Larry we're talking about, and even he's incapable of being so stupid. Which means there has to be a reason for his inaction.
Edgy, I think it's about time I got serious with you, dude.
Just as I thought, you've been playing with us all this time.
Listen, I'm going to tell you everything. Are you sure you want to hear it all?
Yes.
I may really say it this time. Ow!
Then say it!
Very well. I have a terribly bad feeling about this. However, let's have the witness finally give the whole truth, eh? Now, for this 15-minute gap, what were you doing, witness?
I'm a doonim, an artist. What do you think I was doing? Sketching in front of the bridge. I was whipped up into a frenzy of art. The shock and awe I was feeling, I transferred it all directly to the page. Before I realised it, the flames were gone out of the
Words.
Before I realised it, the flames had gone out, and then he came running up.
I suppose artists can be strange folk.
That's right. I'm willing to sacrifice everything in order to draw the perfect sketch.
Including the truth from the sound of it. Miss Ledgeworth, has this removed the last of your doubts? Not at all, Your Honour. One very large doubt still remains. And what would that be? This is a surprisingly believable story, especially considering the source. So why do you think you needed to hide from us until now? I intend to drag the reason out of him.
You'll regret this, Edgy.
Tell us, Larry.
My name is Larice. Get it right. Mistakes like that won't keep you from being popular with the ladies like I am.
Just who exactly are you?
I'm Larice Doodim, apprentice extraordinaire.
That's what he calls himself in any case. And you are an artist?
Of course I'm an artist, the real thing.
Yet again, that's what he calls himself.
Names mean nothing. There's only one issue I care to discuss. What were you doing?
That's a very big issue indeed.
Sketching in front of the bridge.
Hold it!
Sketching the burning bridge?
The burning bridge and everything that came with it.
What came with it?
You want to hear this from my lips, don't you, Edgy? You'll regret this. The sketch of mine. Ow!
Enough! Just take that ridiculous sketch of yours out already, Fitness.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean.
It doesn't need to appear to be the fastest solution. I'll leave it to you, Mr. Edgeworth. What should I do? I've got a terrible feeling that the instant this sketch is revealed, the entire world may be changed from what's depicted there. Larry, I wonder if you can show us your sketch, please?
Well, well. Even I couldn't have imagined it turned out like this.
Imagined what?
Clarice Dunham's debut would take place here today like this. Ow!
Show it now.
Okay. Steel yourselves. This is the work of Clarice Dunham.
Well. So this is Dusky Bridge, correct? Quite a large bridge, isn't it? Your response, Miss Von Karma?
Yeah, well, it's a better drawing than I expected.
Isn't it? I struggled to reproduce those flames. I really did.
Yes, I'm sure you did. This is going to get ugly. No one seems to have the courage to bring it up. This mysterious flying object. Larry,
What?
the burning bridge is fine, but what is that unfortunate looking figure?
Oh, you spotted that. I thought you might.
However much I might want to ignore it, I can't.
It's Iris, of course. Iris. I wish she'd take better care of herself. We have to plan for our future, you know. What would have happened to her if she'd injured herself flying like that?
Larry, please answer this next question honestly.
Okay.
Are you really claiming to have seen this? Are you claiming to have seen the silhouette of the defendant flying over a bridge that was engulfed in flames?
Yep, that's what I saw. It's why I drew it. I'm an artist. A real artist.
You're...
Hi? That girl's...
I didn't expect that. That caught me off guard.
Hi? That girl... Come on, pull it together. Pull it together, Wolfie. That girl, she's really high up in this picture. What was that for?
This is all a bad dream. I was hitting you on the cheek to test that theory.
And whip your own cheek from now on if you wish to test your wild theories. Anyway, no court of law will ever acknowledge that people can fly.
Actually, there is some precedent for this.
She was flying pretty high, my sweet Iris. She was about 30 feet above the bridge, at least. It was really something to see.
This has to be some kind of mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, please bring the witness back down to earth, eh? What? Me? This witness is your friend, is he not?
Accessory to foolishness, Miles Edgeworth.
Let's get back to the cross-examination by force if necessary, eh? Mr. Edgeworth, let's try to expose the obvious contradiction here. Yes, Your Honour. Looks like I've got another reason to remember this moron.
Well, what do you think of the debut piece?
Get that thing away from me! Hurry up and cross-examine him.
I saw Iris was flying her white flood huttering. No, she wasn't wearing it.
Larry, what did you really see that night? Not that I particularly care.
In your position, that's just being irresponsible. I drew exactly what I saw. I'll give you a whole $1 if that's the truth.
If that is truly the case, then there is one thing we can say for certain. What might that be? The person who flew over the bridge could not have been the defendant Iris.
What? What do you mean? I don't understand. Ow!
A foolhardy folly of a foolish statement by an equally foolishly foolhardy fool. How exactly can you make this claim?
Tell us, Larry. According to this picture, the individual whom you say saw was wearing a hood, correct?
Of course she was. I ran down shaft quite away from the bridge. The hood's what told me The hood is what told me that this floating angel was my Iris. The hood is my darling Iris, and Iris is my darling hood. Ow!
Seems that even bigger fools in this world than one of the defence's bench.
Larry, there's something you need to be made aware of. On the night of the murder, Iris wasn't wearing her hood. She'd giving it to Wright as a gift. Are you going to change your story now? Perhaps suggest it was Wright who took flight.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I think you understand what I mean just fine.
Why? Why'd Nick have Iris's hood?
What?
Edgy, what's going on with Iris and Nick? Nick, you dog!
I do believe that this unbelievably mysterious sketch is destined to disappear, discredited and discarded straight into the garbage.
Ah!
What is it now, witness?
It feels like I've been waiting 25 years for this very day to come. Edgy, today is the day I get to completely stupefy you.
What? What's the meaning of your outburst, witness, eh?
I hate to have to do this, but I have some definitive evidence.
Definitive?
Evidence?
Iris did indeed come flying over the burning bridge, and I, Lawrence Denim, shall prove it.
I didn't expect to ask this again, but still be needing your testimony once again. Tell us everything you know concerning the defendant as depicted in this sketch, and show us your evidence that this nightmare was really a reality.
Okay, hope you're ready, Edgy, because I'm going to feed you a whipping serving of pain.
You've been serving us a whipping serving of pain this whole time, trust me.
When I reached Dusky Bridge, she was already gone. I was so worried I frantically searched all over for her, but led me to find a beautiful crystal spear half buried in the snow. I'm sure that Iris was simply wearing a spare hood. After all, no one else could have lost a crystal spear that night.
Yes, they could.
A crystal sphere?
This one, pretty isn't it? But finders keepers.
That sphere, where'd you find it?
Let me see, around here somewhere, looks about right.
And it was half buried in the snow?
Pretty much stopped snowing by then, but there was still some falling as I walked to the bridge.
The court accepts this crystal sphere.
It's mine, okay? I want it back afterwards.
There's something on it. Oh my, it's blood! What? Blood?
You ready, Edgy? By tomorrow morning you'll be calling me Mr. Larry. Yeah, I like the sound of that. No one's going to push me around anymore.
Didn't you want to be called Louise to him just a few minutes ago?
I'm going to safety save, obviously, just in case, but I'm pretty certain all I need to do is present either the cane or the photograph.
Larry, that night there was someone who lost a crystal sphere.
There was? Who? Who was this stupid idiot?
Miss Elise Dunim, the mentor to a stupid idiot.
The victim?
I have a photo of her here. And on the end of her staff you can see a familiar looking crystal sphere.
Hey, that's my photograph. Give it back. Ow!
A crystal sphere like this is quite easy to find. I have one just like it on my brooch.
They look nothing alike. In any case, please take a look at this. This is the victim's staff at the scene of the crime. The crystal sphere, it's gone.
What? What? What?
What?
What?
Just what does this mean? If anyone jumped or flew across the bridge that night, it certainly wasn't Iris. After all, she was not wearing her hood. More importantly, the crystal sphere found at the landing site wasn't hers either. That means the one who flew and dropped the sphere was the victim, Miss Elise Dunim?
A fool alongside another fool whose fool's errand was to reach a foolish conclusion. First officer's sketch, which I prefer to call a scribble, is ridiculous. People cannot fly, thus it's rejected.
You can't do that. I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
Once a crystal sphere, this is nothing more than a red herring.
You honestly believe that?
Give it some thought, and I'm sure you'll realize it as well, Miles Edgeworth. Elise Dunim was on her room the night of the murder. There's no reason for her to go to Dusky Bridge. Therefore, the sphere cannot be related to the case. That is all.
Ms. Franziska von Karma, the only people who will accept that explanation are scatterbrains and clowns.
Who are you pointing at me?
The victim's crystal sphere was found near the bridge the night of her murder. Yet you expect us to believe this has nothing to do with the case?
That crystal sphere was probably thrown away at the bridge after the murder.
After the murder?
There's blood on the crystal sphere, isn't there? His naturally suggests it was thrown away after the murder took place. The killer placed it there to follow the investigation officer sent. It's the exact same reason he directed the killer's sketch.
What? You mean I'm the killer?
No way! All joking aside, just when did the crystal sphere appear near the foot of the bridge? Unless it can be proven some way, I refuse to believe this is related to the case.
She makes a valid point. There's no evidence that Elise Dunim left Hazmakerra Temple that night. However, if somehow this crystal sphere can be proven to have been dropped before the victim was killed, then this case is going to transform into something else entirely. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth? I want your final opinion on the disposition of this crystal sphere, eh? If he's never related to the case and this witness you called will have nothing more than a mental waste of time.
Prepare yourself for some very appropriate punishment, Miles Edgeworth.
Can I prove it? Can I prove the crystal sphere was dropped before the murder took place?
I can prove I'm made of fly, but can I prove the crystal? Let's say yes, I can.
Can I prove it? That isn't the issue. To simply prove it, that's only one option. That's what he'd do. That's the way Phoenix Wright would do this. Your Honor, allow me to prove something to you. I will prove this crystal sphere has a vital link to solving the case. What will you do?
That look in your eyes. You'll marry a Phoenix Wright when he is cornered.
That should come as no surprise, because right now I am Phoenix Wright and I am indeed cornered. I hope you to present the evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Evidence that proves the crystal sphere was indeed dropped before the murder. Your response, Miss Von Karma?
Not a good one.
Birds of a feather flock together. Are you familiar with the phrase, Miles Edgeworth? I think one such bird is calling for its fellow now.
Go, Edgy, do it, prove it, win!
Just cheering. This is for I'm listening to the honourless cause of ravens. One more chance, Your Honour. I can't turn back after coming all this way. Time of the murder when the crystal sphere was dropped. I need to find proof the latter happened first.
What has times on it? This has a time on it. This has time on it. Okay, I need to see what happens if I say I can't prove it, because I don't think I can. But I feel like saying I can't prove it is also bad.
No matter how I look at it, it's not possible. It's certainly strange the crystal sphere was found near the bridge. But perhaps it's just a curveball from the killer.
Well, Mars Edge versus have nothing further to say.
Then I'm left with no choice. The court sees no reason.
What is this? Hey, Edgy, you're a defense attorney, aren't you? Who's Nick standing there right now? If it was Nick, do you think he'd give up? No, he'd find the truth no matter what it took, no matter how crazy it seemed.
Right. This moment I'm standing where you should be. Which means there's only one thing to do. Think like you. Your Honour, allow me to prove something to you. I'll prove the crystal sphere is a vital link into solving this case.
That look in your eyes, you'll know your feelings right when he's cornered.
Okay, that's... What then? What proves it? I did the stack already, didn't I? I guess I'm just going to have to go through everything until it does it then. Because I've checked the ransom note, I've done the weather data. Iris' testimony?
Take that! Take that!
Staring right in the fucking face, huh? Idiot.
The crystal sphere was half buried in the snow, correct?
That's right. If it hadn't stopped snowing, it would have been game over. The snow would have totally covered it.
That's all I needed to hear from you, Larry. Your testimony makes one thing quite clear. What? When the crystal sphere was dropped, it was snowing, even if it was ever so slightly.
Snowing?
On the other hand, let us look at the scene of the murder. As proven earlier today, there is no snow on the victim's body.
Oh,
Therefore, the crystal sphere must have been dropped before the murder.
What?
Order! Order! On the night of the murder, the victim did indeed go to Dusky Bridge, and there something occurred that caused the staff's crystal sphere to come loose. What could it then have been? This sphere, there's some blood on it, isn't there? Allow me to raise a certain possibility at this junction. The real crime scene was near the foot of Dusky Bridge.
The murder didn't take place in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. Only a fool would chase such a foolish piece of absolute foolishness.
Just who's the fool and which part is so foolish, Miss Von Karma?
Have you been paying any attention the whole time, Mars Edgeworth? The sister saw everything. She saw the victim being killed by the defendant in the Hazakura Temple courtyard.
That's not exactly true now, is it? To put it more precisely, what you saw was the murder weapon being removed from the victim's body.
That's the same thing!
No, it isn't. You said so yourself.
Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of the plating session. If you want to talk about the most blood would be lost from the body, that would be when the plate is removed.
If that statement is the truth, the Dusky Bridge could very easily have been the scene of the murder. The murder weapon was not removed, thus there was no bleeding.
You're forgetting the vital thing, Mars Edgeworth. At least the man's body was found in the Hazakura Temple. But for the next 15 minutes of travel from Dusky Bridge to Hazakura Temple, you need to dress someone carries the body out that way?
The snowmobile.
I've made it this far. The only place to take it is to the end. I just need to prove that my version of the events is also perfectly plausible.